So what do you think, if people are listening, are the potentially proof? I used to say recession proof, but now AI proof. What do you think?
In the short term, the most AI proof thing that you can have is money. So figure out how to make money.
Right.
I know that sounds crazy.
No, you're talking about, frankly, every government, every big business has cash reserves. Right now, businesses have the most amount of cash reserves they've ever had because they're waiting for something big to happen, like AI, and destroy their businesses. So cash. I actually think that's a good point.
So you need to have money. So you need to focus on what's going to make you money without compromising your reputation, without disabling your ability to be irreplaceable in the future, whether it's because of reputation or you do something dumb, who knows, whatever. The point is, cash is extremely important. The second thing that's important is your connections. Because in the future, what's going to matter is who knows you and who likes you, because AI is going to automate most of our human experiences. So if you fall under a standardized system, which most people will fall under a standardized system, you're going to be screwed. When social credit scores come out and you have to abide by them, and if you say something on social media that's not allowed about the school system, well, then you can't drive X amount of miles out of your... Well, you need...
This is already happening in China, by the way. I lived in Asia for 20 years. It's already happening. If you cross the road when the light is red, you lose a point.
Yes.
And you get 10 points. You get banned from
jaywalking.
Yeah, it's crazy. So this is coming.
Yes. So I'm thinking in the future, right? I'm thinking position yourself in the future of who you know, but not just who you know, but who knows you and who likes you. So it goes back to reputation, right? Reputation precedes everything. Your reputation needs to be unassailable. Then you need to have money. Why do you want money? Because when you have money, you can't be bought. You can't be bought.
They can't stop you because you don't need that
money.
And
you don't need a lot of it. You need enough to be able to have that mental space freedom to do.
How much do you think people need to try and get?
So the first thing is, one thing is people understanding that most of their problems in life are self-induced. So the amount of money that you're spending on rent is because you chose to spend it. The amount of money that you're spending on food or eating out or bad habits, that money that you spend was your choice. So first of all is get rid of...
This is self-sabotage you're talking about here, yeah.
Get rid of...
I'm spelling that right.
Leaks in the boat.
Yeah, write this down. What people need to check on themselves, like the list for the people to understand, folks listening to understand what they need to do to make sure they don't fall into these traps.
We'll call it small L's. The small losses that you discredit every single day. The waking up late, the eating that extra bag of chips, that spending that money on that t-shirt that's $50 that you don't fucking need because you already have 9 shirts. And you don't need 12.
Well, you've been tricked into buying that stuff most of the time.
So it's the small L's. It's the death by 1,000 paper cuts. Right? It's the small jabs that you think are irreversible mistakes, but they're not because they compound, like credit card debt. So small L's, you need to be able to take over your small L's. Most people think about the big stuff, but life is what? A cumulative of small decisions.
You're making me quite emotional about this because I see this in people every single day that I ask what their dream is. They're not doing their dreams because they've had too many of these. They've got themselves into debt, car debt, mortgage, all these things. They can't do what they love because they've done this to themselves 100 times. They're stuck.
So now what's next? This is a big one. Because we're talking mindset now, because we're talking self-sabotage. Grace. It's how you interact with yourself. Because if you take small L's, you're going to have an attribute, and we'll tie it back to where we were talking about failure, an attribute that you're a loser. But taking small L's doesn't mean you're a loser if you treat yourself with grace, knowing that this is the first time you've played the game. So if you understand it's the first time you play the game, then you're going to treat yourself differently. Why is it that people don't treat themselves with grace? Is because when failure enters a situation, and this is what you get graded on, you get humiliated. You get put in the back of the class. They make you repeat and go with younger kids, making you feel stupid. They ostracize you. They make your parents upset. So anytime failure is a possibility in your realm of getting rid of small L's, you don't want to try. Why? Because failure's bad. But failure isn't bad. Failure just is. And you're going to fail more than you succeed. In the moment you accept that, you want to fail more.
I love failing. I look for it. I look for ways I can fail so I can learn.
And by failing, you become what?
Best. Totally.
You become the best.
How can we help people learn? Because we hear it, oh, failure's good, and I think people hear that line and they go, why would it be good? How can we help people fail? I mean, is there a mechanism for testing out?
Yes. So it's very simple. It's understanding the pain that comes with perfection and the pain that comes with progress. If I want to go to the gym, I'm going to feel weak before I get strong. If I go to business class, I'm going to feel stupid before I'm smart. If I go hang out with wealthy people, I'll feel broke before I'm rich. And the negative comes with the positive. You have to go through it. Mm-hmm. And once you understand that that's just part of the process, then you accept it.
Totally right.
So it's like, you need to feel like a loser in order to be a winner.